In the shadow of the Red Sea, a forgotten civilization once thrived, the Kingdom of Axum. Long before the rise of medieval Europe, Axum stood as one of the great powers of the ancient and medieval world. Its kings commanded fleets that sailed to Arabia and India, carrying gold, ivory, and frankincense. Its architects carved towering obelisks from solid stone, and its merchants ruled the crossroads of Africa and Asia. The story of Axum is not one of myth, but of power, faith, and endurance. Hidden for centuries, this Ethiopian kingdom was the beating heart of medieval Africa, a realm that linked the deserts of Arabia to the highlands of Africa, the Roman Empire to India.
The Kingdom of Axum emerged around the 1st century CE in what is now northern Ethiopia and Eritrea. Its roots lay in a blend of African and Arabian cultures that merged through centuries of Red Sea trade. From humble beginnings, the Axumites built a powerful city-state that would dominate the Horn of Africa. Archaeological finds reveal grand palaces, advanced irrigation, and inscriptions written in Ge'ez, the sacred Ethiopian language still used in church liturgy today. Axum's rise was no accident. It was born from geography. With access to fertile lands and ports like Adulis, it became a hub of global exchange, where merchants from Rome, Persia, and India crossed paths.
The strength of Axum lay in its mastery of the Red Sea trade routes. Its merchants controlled the flow of goods between the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean. Gold and ivory from Africa were exchanged for silk, spices, and jewels from Asia. Adulis became one of the busiest ports in the medieval world, a gateway linking continents. Axum's wealth fueled monumental construction and expanded its influence far beyond Africa. Traders from Byzantium and Arabia recorded tales of its riches and its disciplined armies. The Red Sea was Axum's lifeline, a corridor of power that made it one of the first truly global empires of the medieval age.
Rising from the heart of Axum stood its most stunning symbols, the obelisks. Carved from single granite blocks, some stood over 30 meters tall. These monoliths marked royal tombs and sacred spaces, reflecting both engineering mastery and spiritual devotion. Each line and carving told stories of kings who claimed divine descent. The tallest obelisk, now restored, remains one of Africa's greatest architectural achievements. These monuments spoke of ambition and eternity, proclaiming Axum's power to all who entered its capital. Long before medieval cathedrals rose in Europe, Axum's stone giants reached toward heaven.
Among Axum's rulers, King Ezana stood apart. In the 4th century, he led Axum to its greatest heights. Under his reign, the empire conquered Nubia and extended its reach into Arabia. More importantly, Ezana embraced Christianity, making Axum one of the first Christian kingdoms in history. Coins minted with the cross replaced the old sun disk, marking a profound spiritual shift. His conversion linked Axum with the Byzantine world and reshaped Ethiopian history forever. Ezana's reign turned the Kingdom of Axum from a regional power into a beacon of faith and civilization in medieval Africa.
Christianity reached Axum through merchants and missionaries from the eastern Mediterranean. Among them was Frumentius, a Syrian monk who became Axum's first bishop. His teachings inspired King Ezana's conversion and spread Christianity throughout the empire. Churches replaced temples, crosses crowned hilltops, and gaze became the language of the gospel. Faith gave Axum unity and purpose, intertwining religion with royal authority. The empire's devotion endured, forming the spiritual foundation of Ethiopian Christianity that survives to this day.
At its height, the city of Axum was a marvel of medieval Africa. Palaces lined broad stone avenues, markets overflowed with traders, and churches echoed with hymns. Water systems fed lush gardens, and scholars studied astronomy and theology. The city skyline was dominated by its iconic obelisks, visible for miles. Travelers described Axum as equal to Rome and Alexandria in splendor. It was a city of intellect, spirituality, and trade, a true capital of a global African empire.
From the 5th to 6th centuries, the Kingdom of Axum extended its reach beyond Africa. Its fleets sailed across the Red Sea, landing on the coasts of Arabia. Aksumite armies conquered parts of Yemen, establishing control over key ports along the spice routes. This expansion placed Axum among the most powerful maritime empires of the medieval age. Kings minted coins showing elephants and crosses, symbols of wealth and faith. For a time, Axum stood shoulder to shoulder with Persia and Byzantium, commanding both land and sea. The Red Sea became for Axum not a barrier, but a bridge between worlds.
During its golden age, Axum became the beating heart of medieval Africa's economy. Traders filled its markets with gold from Sudan, incense from Arabia, and spices from India. Its ports connected 3 continents, and its influence stretched from the Nile Valley to the Indian Ocean. Axumite merchants were respected for their honesty and organization, recording transactions in the Ge'ez script. Through trade, Axum became not only rich, but cosmopolitan, drawing cultures, languages, and beliefs into harmony. It was a crossroads of civilization, an empire of both material wealth and spiritual depth.
The Kingdom of Axum was one of the first African empires to mint its own currency. These coins bore Greek inscriptions and Christian symbols, reflecting the empire's global connections. Gold coins were traded in Byzantine markets. Bronze circulated in local villages. They carried the faces of Axumite kings, immortalizing their rule in metal. The precision of their minting revealed a sophisticated economy and centralized power. These coins still survive, shining reminders that Axum's reach extended far beyond its highlands. By the 6th century, Axum had become a Christian empire unlike any other in medieval Africa. Its churches were carved from stone, and priests read scriptures in the ancient Ge'ez tongue. Pilgrims traveled from distant lands to witness this faith on the African highlands. Axum's alliance with the Byzantine Empire strengthened its spiritual and political ties to the Mediterranean world. Yet, even as Axum embraced Christianity, it preserved its African soul, blending local traditions with imported belief. Faith united its people, giving them identity and resilience against the centuries to come.
Within Axum's monasteries, learning flourished. Monks copied scriptures by hand, preserving theology, astronomy, and history. Libraries filled with parchment texts in Ge'ez reflected a civilization that valued wisdom as much as wealth. The Axumites observed stars for calendars and rituals, linking heaven and earth through scholarship. This devotion to knowledge would shape Ethiopian identity for generations. While much of medieval Europe was in turmoil, Axum scribes kept the light of learning alive on Africa's roof.
By the 7th century, the world around Axum changed. The rise of Islam transformed trade routes across Arabia and the Red Sea. Muslim merchants now dominated the seas once ruled by Axumite fleets. The empire's ports declined, and inland trade routes became isolated. Droughts and deforestation strained agriculture. Once great Adulis fell silent, its docks abandoned. Though still proud, Axum began to fade, its grandeur dimmed not by conquest, but by shifting tides of history. As Islam spread across the Red Sea, new alliances and rivalries emerged. Axum's Christian identity set it apart, sometimes isolating it from the rising Islamic world. Yet trade and dialogue continued, for both faiths respected the other's prophets. Ethiopian Christianity evolved in this era of coexistence, becoming uniquely African and deeply resilient. Axum's churches remained sanctuaries of peace in a changing world, their bells echoing across valleys that had known centuries of devotion.
Cut off from the Red Sea trade, Axum retreated into its highlands. The empire's center of power moved southward, giving birth to new Christian dynasties. The once global kingdom turned inward, surviving through its faith and traditions. Isolation preserved its culture, but diminished its reach. In monasteries, monks prayed for the return of Axum's glory, even as centuries of silence passed over its ruins. The world had changed, but Axum's spirit endured in the Ethiopian mountains.
Though Axum faded, its legacy lived on. Its language, Ge'ez, became the script of Ethiopia's royal chronicles and sacred texts. Its Christianity shaped the nation's soul, influencing art, music, and architecture. The legend of Axum's Ark of the Covenant, said to rest in a guarded chapel, became central to Ethiopian identity. The empire may have fallen, but its memory gave Ethiopia a lineage older than most medieval kingdoms. Axum was not forgotten. It became myth, memory, and pride.
In the 19th and 20th centuries, explorers and archaeologists rediscovered Axum. Beneath layers of earth, they uncovered palaces, obelisks, and coins that told the story of a lost African empire. Scholars marveled at its achievements, proof that medieval Africa had rivaled any civilization of its age. For the modern world, Axum became a reminder that Africa's history was rich, complex, and interconnected with the world beyond its shores.
Modern Ethiopia still looks to Axum as its spiritual foundation. The coronations of emperors,
including Haile Selassie, drew legitimacy from Aksumite lineage. Festivals like Timkat celebrate ancient Christian traditions rooted in Aksum's faith. Its ruins stand not as remnants of loss, but as monuments of continuity. The Kingdom of Axum shaped Ethiopia's soul, its pride, its endurance, and its unbroken link to the medieval world.
The rise and fall of the Kingdom of Axum offer timeless lessons. Prosperity comes from openness, and decline from isolation. Axum thrived when it embraced trade and faith beyond its borders, and faltered when cut off from the world. Its history reminds us that power is fleeting, but culture and belief endure. The obelisks of Axum still stand tall, whispering the wisdom of a civilization that understood both the glory and fragility of empire. Though centuries have passed, the Kingdom of Axum endures in memory and stone. Its faith, language, and art continue to shape Ethiopian history. Beneath the highland skies, the obelisks cast long shadows, echoing the greatness of a forgotten age. Axum was Africa's gift to the medieval world, a civilization of kings, merchants, and monks who bridged continents through faith and trade. And so, the spirit of Axum lives on, eternal as the mountains of Ethiopia themselves.